Things are looking promising for American tennis. With 4 players in the top 25, could 2011 be a stellar year? Andy Roddick has been America's mainstay for the last decade. But now Mardy Fish, Sam Querrey and John Isner are hard on his tail. It's a friendly rivalry that's raising the bar.
All of us want each other to do well, but none of us want to fall behind the other ones. And I think that's what, it's one of the things that pushes me. You know, I want to still be up there with those guys because both of them are tremendous talents and they're going to keep rising.
Isner and Querrey are longtime friends, and last year they faced each other in the final of 2 ATP events, which was not the straightforward experience you might expect.
It's very, very tough, and you know, prior to that Memphis final, which was a huge tournament, it's a 500-level tournament, and when I'm playing him in the finals, you know, we didn't ever think it would kind of get to that. Once it did, we kind of both froze up. We didn't really, one of us didn't really rise to the occasion. In that match, I won the first set and was up in the second, and he kind of came back on me. And the same exact thing happened in Belgrade. I was up in the first, and I ended up serving for the match, but he came back on me. But you know, we played 3 times last year, and I think in all 3 of those matches, none of us really played our best tennis. It's difficult playing against him because he's such a good friend. I don't know what it is. I'm sure eventually down the road we're going to play each other some more, and one of these days we're both going to play at our best level, and that's going to be a good match to see.
For Isner, playing at home is always the highlight of the ATP World Tour calendar. You can take the boy out of America.
I love all the events in the States. I mean, you know, it's about a quarter of the year, maybe a little bit more than that, you know, we get to play at home, and so I really cherish those tournaments. Memphis, that's in the South. I'm from the South, I love it there. And also they have a new tournament in Atlanta, which I made the finals. You know, a lot of Bulldog fans are there, you know, being in Georgia, and obviously the US Open, which I think is the greatest tournament in the world.
Central to Isner's rise has been coach Craig Boynton. The 6'9" Colossus has scaled new heights since they teamed up 2 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2010...
We decided to work together in March of 2009 when I was 150 in the world. I wasn't doing well. I don't know if I was doing the right things either. Started working with him. I remember we had 2 weeks of practice at Saddlebrook in Tampa, Florida, and it was like the best 2 weeks of practice I've ever had. He got me to realize how to play big man tennis, and that's just dictating play with my weapons, obviously with my serve, and secondly with my forehand.
If we look at last year, it was kind of a tale of two years. He played well. He had that long, crazy match at Wimbledon. It took him a few months to recover from that physically and mentally. Came back, was playing really well in Cincinnati, and rolled his ankle. And so he was really playing catch-up with his health.
Of course, 2010 was the year of that match at Wimbledon, when Isner beat Frenchman Nicolas Mahut after the longest match ever.
What Nicolas and I did, we made history that day, and it was something extraordinary. You know, that's for sure, and it'll never, ever be, you know, be seen again. So in that sense, our names are going to be kind of etched in the history books forever.
It was really kind of surreal. It was just the same play over and over again, and for most of those games, they held comfortably. So there wasn't a lot of opportunities. So it just was kind of rewind, play, until finally the 3rd day. Thank goodness it finally came to an end.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, we go behind the scenes in Rotterdam at the ABN AMRO World Tennis Tournament, one of Europe's early season highlights. He made the season-ending finale in London and the semi-finals at the Australian Open. No wonder he's a man on a mission. We meet Spain's David Ferrer. Until then, don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news. See you next week.